Hello, dear viewers, and welcome back to the channel, where we meticulously peel back the layers of tradition, power, and drama that define the modern British royal family. Today, we delve into a deeply personal and financially explosive conflict raging behind the gilded gates of the monarchy, a conflict pitting the determined future king, Prince William, against his disgraced uncle, Prince Andrew. This isn't just about family friction. This is a fundamental battle over who pays the bill for a lifetime of unparalleled privilege, and whether a man stripped of his titles should still be permitted to live like a medieval duke. The tension surrounding Prince Andrew's future, specifically his staggering living expenses, has reached a critical boiling point, sparking what sources describe as significant turmoil within the senior ranks of the House of Windsor. Before we fully immerse ourselves in this extraordinary royal reckoning, please take a moment to show your support. If you value these detailed insights into the lives of the royals, do remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on the unfolding saga of the crown. Your engagement truly helps us bring these compelling stories to light. The latest and perhaps most revealing information regarding this deeply uncomfortable internal dispute has been brought into the public sphere by none other than the eminent royal biographer Tina Brown. Ms. Brown, known for her sharp analysis and unparalleled connections within the highest circles, shared these explosive details on her widely followed platform, the Fresh Hell Substack. According to Ms. Brown's intelligence, Prince William is spearheading a rigorous campaign to systematically phase his uncle, Prince Andrew, into life as a commoner. A transition that, critically, includes imposing a stringent and carefully calculated limit on his spending. William's resolve, we are told, is rooted in a profound sense of outrage and financial responsibility, believing it is high time for Andrew's extraordinary entitlements to cease, particularly given the circumstances that led to his spectacular fall from grace. The core of this familial confrontation lies in a stark difference of opinion between the heir apparent and the reigning monarch, King Charles III. While William is described by the expert as being absolutely incensed by his uncle's continued profligacy and apparent lack of remorse, King Charles finds himself in a far more complicated position. The king, it appears, is not nearly as keen as his elder son to completely sever the financial lifeline and do away entirely with Andrew's personal freedoms and comforts. Ms. Brown provided an illuminating insight into the king's mindset, suggesting a blend of familial pity and tactical caution is at play. She stated clearly, "Charles, I am told, is not looking to punish his pampered brother to the point he says that he can't cope." This single sentence speaks volumes about the enduring complexity of the relationship between the two brothers, and the king's palpable fear of pushing Andrew too far. But why the reluctance? Why is the king, who is supposedly presiding over a push for a slimmed-down, cost-effective monarchy, showing such leniency toward a relative who has brought such spectacular dishonor upon the institution? The reason, according to Ms. Brown's discerning eye, is rooted in the high stakes of maintaining royal secrecy and avoiding further scandal. She posits that, if Charles were not to pay his brother's bills and ensure a certain level of comfort, Andrew would have only his secrets to sell. This financial leverage is the key to understanding the king's strategy. Prince Andrew, having spent his entire life at the very epicenter of the royal machinery, undoubtedly possesses intimate knowledge and sensitive information that the palace would be desperate to keep contained and out of the public domain, particularly out of the hands of opportunistic publishers or media outlets looking for the next sensational exposé. The price of keeping those secrets safely locked away, it seems, is the continued funding of a highly extravagant lifestyle. To truly grasp the magnitude of this internal struggle, one must appreciate the sheer scale of the privilege that Prince Andrew has enjoyed since the moment of his birth. He is a man utterly unaccustomed to the concept of self-sufficiency or financial constraint. Ms. Brown highlights this chasm between Andrew's reality and the average person's existence, noting that from infancy he has been served all his life by a cook, a butler, and a valet. This isn't merely a preference, it is the very structure of his existence. He has never, in his 70-plus years, had to pour his own tea, prepare his own meals, or even select his own wardrobe without the immediate assistance of dedicated full-time staff. And despite his current disgraced status, this expectation of comprehensive round-the-clock service persists. The expert confirms that Andrew is vehemently unwilling to relinquish the pillars of his current domestic setup. He's not willing to give up his butlers, his cleaners, his chefs, Ms. Brown detailed. Furthermore, his lifelong passions also demand substantial maintenance. He's still making his morning rides a priority, so he needs his horses and a staff to care for them, she added. Consider the economics of this demand. Maintaining a stable of high-quality horses, especially those used for regular riding, requires highly specialized grooms, veterinary care, feed, farriers, and dedicated stable management. An expenditure that would bankrupt most ordinary households within weeks. For Andrew, this is simply a non-negotiable part of his daily routine, a symbol of the status he refuses to admit he has lost. It is pertinent to mention, as documented by reports in Heat World, that the former Duke of York once commanded an absolutely staggering support network. During the peak of his working royal life and his military career, Andrew once had over 10,000 people on staff, a number that encapsulates the vast institutional machinery devoted to his operations. While that figure dramatically shrank following his withdrawal from public life, the mindset of someone who commanded such resources remains fundamentally unchanged. Now let us return to the heart of Prince William's frustration and his specific demands. Following the stripping away of his military honors, his royal patronages, and even his right to use the HRH title, actions that effectively rendered him a commoner in terms of official standing, William believes the financial reality must align with the legal status. William is demanding Andrew be given a limit in line with the living expenses of a commoner, since that is what he is now, Ms. Brown revealed. This demand is not merely symbolic, it's a calculated effort to impose financial discipline and accountability. However, the notion of living within the confines of an average, non-royal budget is met with utter disdain by the man at the center of the storm. Andrew, according to the biographer, scoffs at the idea of that. In his deeply insulated view of the world, he feels victimized and believes he has already paid a massive price for his actions. He maintains that he has already given up enough, seemingly equating the loss of public prestige and military titles with the ultimate sacrifice, failing entirely to recognize that these losses were consequences of his own documented judgment errors and associations. This perspective stands in direct opposition to Prince William's increasingly hardened stance. William believes his father, King Charles, is demonstrating excessive clemency and is being far too soft on Andrew, and he's not going to let it slide. The heir apparent sees Andrew's continued entitlement, not just as a financial drain, but as a moral stain on the monarchy itself. He holds that Andrew's behavior has been utterly egregious, meaning outstandingly bad or shocking. And William has made it abundantly clear that he views it as his personal mission to put an end to it. This determination suggests that William is preparing to exert his influence now, even before ascending the throne, to force a resolution to this deeply embarrassing situation. The complexity doesn't end with mere financial waste. William is also said to harbor profound suspicions regarding his uncle's motivations. The future king is reportedly convinced that Andrew's resistance and refusal to scale down his lifestyle is, in part, a calculated strategy, a way to exact some form of petty revenge on the family that cast him out of the royal spotlight. By continuing to demand vast sums and maintain a massive retinue, Andrew essentially forces the family to continue dealing with his issues, ensuring he remains a costly problem they cannot ignore. Yet the royal expert offers an alternative, perhaps even more tragic explanation for Andrew's obstinance. While the element of spite may exist, the truth, Ms. Brown suggests, is far simpler and rooted in profound, lifelong indulgence. Andrew is simply so obscenely spoiled, and has been all his life, that he doesn't see a thing wrong with this sort of waste. This is the psychological burden of being born a spare prince into one of the world's wealthiest institutions, a life where every need, however extravagant, has been instantly met without question or accountability. For Andrew, spending hundreds of thousands, if not millions, annually on staff and maintenance is not wasteful. It is merely the baseline requirement for living. Crucially, this entitlement is accompanied by a severe case of denial regarding his current circumstances. Andrew is reportedly still completely in denial about how far he's fallen. He just can't or won't see it. This combination of extreme entitlement and total denial makes William's task exponentially harder. How do you impose financial prudence on a man who genuinely believes he is entitled to a fleet of servants and high-maintenance leisure activities, even after being effectively sacked from his career? William's resolve, however, remains absolute. He considers it disgraceful that he's still burning through all this cash, while the rest of the nation faces economic hardship and the monarchy attempts to project an image of modern austerity. The implication of William's frustration is clear. This is a battle he is preparing to win, regardless of the king's current hesitation. William keeps saying this will be one of the first messes he'll clean up when he becomes king. This is more than just a threat. It's a statement of intent regarding the fundamental restructuring of the monarchy he plans to lead. William is determined to use the power of the crown, once it is his, to end the days of Andrew living like a lord once and for all. He sees Andrew as the last vestige of an era of unaccountable royal excess, and he is committed to scrubbing that stain clean. This unfolding drama highlights the delicate balance King Charles is attempting to maintain, a balance between family loyalty and institutional integrity. He understands the potential threat Andrew poses if completely abandoned, yet he also faces the relentless pressure from his son, Prince William, who represents the future and the necessity of modernization. William's insistence on a commoner's budget is a strategic maneuver designed to protect the monarchy's reputation. By forcing Andrew to live on a fixed, modest allowance, William attempts to signal to the public that even disgraced former royals must adhere to a new standard of financial probity. If Charles continues to fund this opulence, the criticism will inevitably fall on the king himself. The question remains, can Charles successfully manage Andrew's spending while keeping his secrets safe? Or will William be forced to wait until his ascension to finally enact the severe cuts he deems necessary? Based on Tina Brown's reporting, the confrontation is imminent, and the stakes, both financial and reputational, could not be higher. This extraordinary rift underscores the immense personal cost of royal life, even for those who have been marginalized. It also serves as a compelling preview of the reign of King William V, a reign that promises to be defined by a zero-tolerance policy toward the kind of financial indulgence and historical entitlement that Prince Andrew still clings to so desperately. We want to hear your thoughts on this complex royal dilemma. Do you agree with Prince William that Andrew should be immediately reduced to a commoner's budget? Or do you understand King Charles's hesitation, given the potential for Andrew to sell family secrets? Please share your opinions in the comments section below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more in-depth royal analysis, and join us next time as we continue to track the powerful forces shaping the future of the British monarchy. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.